Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sylvia and I'm the owner of Sticker Obsession Co. This week I am planning for the week of the 15th of March through to the 21st of March using this gorgeous Paper Muse crafts kit called Shamrock. Here I'm just flipping through the pages so you can see. Okay, so here I'm showing you, I've got some beautiful florals from Florina Paperie. I think she's based in Germany and I love her florals. So these ones were perfect for St. Patrick's Day with the shamrocks and the horseshoes. So I wanted to pull those in, and then I've also got some little shamrock clusters from Paper Muse Crafts that I'm planning to use. So here I'm starting to lay down the base of the kit. I'm going to answer some questions, seeing as I'm new to YouTube and I think it would be nice to get to know me. However, I'm aware that some people like to hear where the stickers are from, so I've tried to include slow motion clips showing you the sticker sheets so that you can see if there's something that you want to purchase yourself or you want to look for. These date dots that I'm using are from a recent Sticker Guru $2 Tuesday. I think that's the only thing that I don't show you in this video. But if you want to comment and ask where something specific is from, I'll be happy to answer those questions too. Okay, so the first question is, how would your friends describe you? I think the one thing I hear the most is that I'm kind, and yeah, I kind of agree with that. I do tend to put other people first, although that does work out in my detriment sometimes. I think you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others, and often my needs get ignored and I sort of put everybody else before myself, which is not a great trait and I really should work on it. But yeah, they would definitely say I'm kind. I like to do nice things for people, and I definitely think we need more kindness in the world, so it's important to me. The next question is, what was the last TV show you watched? The last TV show I watched was Ted Lasso. I think we watched it on Prime, if I remember rightly. Me and my husband watched it together, and if you haven't already seen it, it's such a feel-good show. I'm a pretty emotional person myself, but my husband doesn't tend to get so emotionally involved as I do with shows. And even he said at the end of every episode, he just felt so like heartwarmed and like positive about things, because he's just such a nice guy. Like it really shows that being kind and nice really does get you far in life. And I do think everybody needs to be kinder in this world. The other reason I loved the show was because, so if you haven't watched it, he's American and then he moves to England to coach a football team, well, a soccer team, if you're American. And I just found that like some of the things he says where he feels very like culturally different, where he's like, oh, you don't understand me, or like, oh, that's really weird that you drink tea, it tastes disgusting, and just some of those little things, those little elements to it, I really did appreciate, because although England and America both speak English, I do find sometimes, if you don't already know, I'm English but I live in America, I do sometimes find that I do feel a bit different, a bit of an outsider here, and I don't think I was expecting such a cultural difference. I knew there would be little things, but sometimes it does feel like we're worlds apart, and so I liked seeing that it wasn't just me that feels like that. I love living in America, but I do sometimes feel a little bit like out of, you know, like people talk about things and you literally have no idea what they're talking about, so I loved that element to the show. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm going to be honest, guys, I hate this type of question. Oh, I used to get asked about it all the time at work. Does anybody else really dislike this question? Because I don't know what I'm doing like next week, let alone in 5 years. And I hate this whole like hustle culture. You've got to be better. You've got to be improving. You've got to do more, be more. Like, I hate that. And like, I if you'd asked me 5 years ago, what would I be doing? There's no way I would say I would have moved to America. I'd be starting a sticker shop. I wouldn't have known any of these things. And I know it's important to have dreams and hopes and things, but I think there's more to living in the present than trying to like predict what you're going to do in 5 years. I just think it makes me unhappy, like trying to plan ahead like that. Let me know in the let me know in the comments if you feel the same, because yeah, I don't think I'm going to answer this question because I really dislike it. Okay, the next question is, do you like or dislike surprises? Ugh. Okay, on the surface I would say I like surprises, but I don't. I am incredibly impatient when it comes to surprises. If I know something's coming up and I know there's something planned, I just get really impatient. And then also, I really don't like being shocked or like something being unexpected. So I don't like the not knowing what's going to happen. I think that's part of why I actually, if I'm being genuinely honest, I really don't like surprises, thinking about it, because especially if it's like birthdays, I hate being the center of attention. I don't want something being like planned and then like, I know it's a nice thing, like surprises are lovely, but I just prefer to know what's coming and be more in control than perhaps a surprise would be. Okay, next we've got what was the best gift you've been given? I'm struggling to remember gifts that are like really truly special, so I wouldn't say like, I mean, this was a really special gift and it sticks out in my memory, so it must be important, but I don't know if it's my all-time most special, but I haven't really sat and thought about this. So before I left England to move to America, I mean, I found the transition very, very difficult, I'll be honest with you. And when I was leaving like my work and my friends, there were a couple of little gifts that really did mean a lot to me. I was a teacher in England, and the staff made like the ex deputy head, which is like the second in control, like principal, made a song about me, and then 2 of the members of staff sang it to me on the last day, and we recorded it, and it's so special. It made me absolutely bawl my eyes out and cry so much. And then one of my other friends got me this like framed, beautiful, like illustrated map of where I lived in England, and it's hung up by my kettle, so every time I make a cup of tea I see the map, and it's so special because it just reminds me of home so much, and it's got all like little landmarks on it of like the places that were near where we lived, so it's incredibly special. And both of those gifts were, you know, really, really appreciated. The next question is, what's the most daring thing you've ever done? I am a massive adrenaline junkie. I love fast cars. I love like doing things that are like that rush of adrenaline. I love roller coasters. So probably the most daring thing I've ever done, when we went to Las Vegas, if you've been there, there's the hotel called the Stratosphere, and on top it's got some like roller coaster rides, and we did those, but I wouldn't call that incredibly daring. whilst we were there, I did like a jump off the top of the stratosphere, and it's an incredibly tall, high building. And it's not a free fall jump, and it's not a bungee jump. It's kind of like, I guess it's somewhere between the two. But yeah, I jumped off, and it was the most incredible thing I've ever done. And my husband was at the bottom filming me, and you just see this tiny little dot in the sky coming down, and then suddenly I get to the bottom and I fall over, which I knew was going to happen because I'm very clumsy. So yeah, that is a funny video to watch, but it does remind me that, like, I can do things. I can, like, push myself to do things outside of my comfort zone. So yeah, that's probably the most daring thing I've done. Next question is, do you collect anything? Yes, stickers and washi. Although I wouldn't necessarily call it collecting because I do use them. But there's definitely an element of collecting, I would say. The next question made me laugh. It's, if you had a warning label, what would yours say? Mine would say incredibly cheesy and emotional. Yep, that's what it would be. The next question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? I've forgotten what type of personality I am on the Myers-Briggs, but it explains it really well. Some people think I'm an extrovert when they chat to me or they meet me, because I love people, and I love, like, you know, I did teaching for years, and it's a very, like, people-focused job. However, I am an introvert. I definitely need time to recharge after spending a lot of time with people. I do find it overwhelming sometimes. I need my time alone. That's what makes me feel, that's what gives me energy, rather than being around people, which I think is more of an extrovert, when you get your energy from interacting with others. So that's the last question, guys. I'll answer some more in my next Plan With Me if you like this style of Plan With Me's. Like I said, if you want to know where anything is from and you didn't catch it in the video, please just leave me a comment and I'll be happy to answer your question. Any of the questions that I answered today, please answer one or two of them in the comments, because I love getting to know you guys. So pick one of the questions that I answered myself and answer it in the comments so I can get to know you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications if you don't want to miss any more of my videos. Bye!